my name's Marissa, also known as Homemaking with Marissa on YouTube as well as on Instagram. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some fall lunch ideas for virtual learning, in-school learning, whichever way your kids are learning this year. I wanted to share some fun ideas of lunches that you could pack for the fall season. I have 3 children. I have a 3-year-old, a 7-year-old that's in 1st grade, and a 16-year-old that is in the 10th grade. All of my kids are doing the 100% virtual learning option. That's the only option in our particular school district. So while they aren't physically going to school, I am still packing lunches for them as if they were enrolled in school and leaving the house every day. I'm using their same bento boxes and their thermoses from last year and trying to make it feel a little bit more like school, even though they aren't physically going, they're doing everything on tablets online. I will primarily be showing what I made for my 1st grader. Then I'm also going to show you what he ended up eating each day so you can get an idea of whether or not these were actually successful lunches or whether or not it was just wishful thinking on my part that he was going to eat them. I hope that you find this video helpful, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. For lunch today, I am going to reheat this pumpkin bisque soup. This came from Trader Joe's. I'm going to top the soup with some of these sea salt pumpkin seeds. I just found these in the seasonal department at Target. For a treat, I will serve one of these pumpkin cheesecake cookies. These also came from Target. I thought that this pumpkin bread would go really well with the soup. So I'm just gonna make half the box and make pumpkin muffins out of it. Then I'm also going to give one of these apple and butternut squash pouches. Sometimes the pouches with vegetables my kids aren't super keen on, but I'm hoping that because it's butternut squash and that's a pretty sweet vegetable, that this will be something that they like. Here is what his lunch looks like. So we have his cookie, his muffin, and then his soup with the pumpkin seeds on the top, his applesauce. Now, because we are eating this from home, I am able to just stick it into this bento box, but if he were actually going to school, last year we used these thermoses that came off of Amazon and they worked really well. They kept his food hot all day and I didn't have any issues with them leaking. They're pretty affordable. I will link these in the description box down below. And then he's also going to be using this spoon, which I've talked about as well on my channel. It's just the spoon on one side, fork on the other, and then the knife. I'll show you what it all looks like once he's done. I'm not sure, this is pretty sweet. I tried this. We'll see if he likes this. I do think he'll like the muffin. Obviously, I think he'll like the cookie, but I'm not sure how he'll feel about these 2 items. Here is what he ate. He did not like this soup at all. I made him take a couple of bites of it, but he said it was pretty gross. I ate it for lunch as well. It's really sweet. It was kind of weird. I probably won't buy that again. He ate all of his cookie, he ate all of his muffin, and he really liked this apple and butternut squash applesauce. So definitely, I think, yeah, these came from Target, so I'll probably buy more of these. And because he didn't eat his soup, he's requesting a second muffin. So I'll probably give him one of those and maybe some carrot sticks or something, since this was his vegetable and he didn't eat it. For today's lunch, I'm going to include one of these mini Honeycrisp apples, a slice of organic pumpkin bread with this maple butter on the top, and a couple of these mini sweet peppers. This bread came from Trader Joe's and it is really good. It tastes like a cinnamon swirl bread but has pumpkin seeds and flecks of oat on the top. The combination of this bread with this maple butter also makes a really good and quick breakfast as well. Here is what our first lunch looks like when it's been assembled. So I toasted 2 slices of the bread, Each slice of bread does have 4 grams of protein in it, so there is a protein source in the nuts and seeds that are baked into this bread. Then I spread the maple butter on the top. I sliced 1 apple and 2 of those mini peppers. This lunchbox is something that I ordered off of Amazon. We used it all of last school year. I actually have 2 of them in case one's in the dishwasher. So I will link this particular box in the description box down below. It has a really good seal though, and we never had a problem with lunches, certain foods moving to a different compartment. It also comes with another piece that connects right here, so you could separate this technically into 4 compartments if you wanted to. And we would do that periodically. We would do half of a sandwich over here, a juice box, and then the 2 sides. Today we are just going to be having water to drink, and this is what the lunch looks like. Here's what the box looks like. So he ate everything. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part was probably the little cucumbers. What are they called again?
The peppers?
Yeah, the little peppers. That was my favorite part of the lunch.
All right. Today I'm going to be serving these organic baby carrots, some homemade little pickles, this spiral and butter Parmesan pasta. I've never seen this before. This was at Target, and I haven't seen this particular flavor before, but I think that the kids will like it. Organic strawberries, and this pumpkin walked into a bar. These come from Trader Joe's. They have these all year, but the pumpkin flavor is seasonal. So I try to get those every year. Here is what our pasta looks like. We've got our pumpkin bar, our strawberries, 2 sliced little bread and butter pickles, and then our carrots. Because we are doing virtual learning, I don't have to worry about keeping this warm, though I would stick this macaroni in a thermos if my kids were going to in-person class. And I did that last year, and the macaroni definitely stayed hot until lunchtime. So it looks like everything was eaten today except for these pickles. These were bread and butter pickles. My kids really like dill pickles, but they were not a fan of these bread and butter pickles. So my first grader took 1 bite and said that he didn't think it was that good. But he really liked this macaroni and cheese. Again, this is what the box looks like. And my teenage son also had this for lunch today and said that it was really good. My first grader said that he liked this particular mac and cheese better than the traditional kind. So if you're able to find this at your local Target or grocery store, my kids highly recommend it. For lunch today, I'm going to serve these peaches. My mother-in-law canned these, and my kids really enjoy eating them. I have this pumpkin-shaped pasta. This came from Trader Joe's and has some butternut squash inside of the pasta. We've never had this before. I've read kind of mixed reviews about it being kind of gummy, so I'm going to just try to boil it according to the package directions and serve it with butter and Parmesan cheese. I have some mixed colored carrots. These taste like regular carrots. I'm not sure how my kids will feel about them. We've never bought these before, but I thought they were kind of cool how they had purple and yellow and white and orange baby carrots. And then for their treat, I am going to give them a couple of these pumpkin spice pretzels. These come from Target. They were just on an end cap in the seasonal section at my local Target. So one of my children really likes things that are pumpkin flavored, so I think that he'll really like these. Here's our lunch once it has been assembled. So we have our pretzels, our peaches, our pasta. When I was cooking this, they didn't really stay together very well, so some of them still look like little gourds, but some of them have just broken into smaller pieces. I did put some Kerrygold butter and some freshly grated Parmesan cheese on these with a little bit of salt. And then I'm giving them a couple different colors of the carrots. I'm showing my first graders meals every time, but today all of my kids are eating together. So this is my preschooler's dish and then my teenage son's dish. My teenage son is by far my pickiest eater, so I would not be surprised if he did not eat most of this. He's weird about fruits. He's probably going to have an issue with the fact that these are a different color and don't look like regular pasta. He's significantly pickier than my toddler or my first grade son. So we'll see what he ends up eating. But I think that the other two will eat most of the portion that I gave them. This lunch was a little bit of a bust. Here's my teenager's plate. He took one bite out of these pretzels and so they tasted like cinnamon and he didn't like them. He ate all of the carrots except for one. He said he tried the peaches and they were squishy and he didn't like them. And he ate some of the pasta. So this child will definitely be wanting a snack, I'm sure, very soon after lunch. This is my first grader's. He said that he did not like this pasta, but he ate everything else, and he did try the pasta. And then my preschooler was very weirded out by the fact that these carrots were not orange, so he tried one bite of each color, but would not eat the whole thing, even though my other two kids said they taste just like regular carrots. He did not like this pasta. He ate a couple of his peaches, and then he ate all of his pretzels, which they tasted like dessert, so I am not surprised that he devoured those. I would not buy this pasta again because clearly it was not a huge success. I have about half of the bag left, so I might do some sort of pasta salad with it and see if that is more successful. Today for lunch, I'm going to be making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I like using this Dave's Killer bread. It's in a white flavor, so my kids like it because it doesn't have any like nuts or seeds or anything. So this is the bread I always get. It comes in a 2-pack at Costco. I'm just doing some peanut butter and then some homemade blackberry jam. For a treat, I am going to include these That's It apple and mango bars. These come in a box from Costco and just have 2 ingredients in the bars. For vegetables, we're going to do a combination of baby carrots and black olives. And then for their little dessert, I'm going to do this pumpkin and cheesecake cookie. I'll give each child 1 cookie. These came from Target. They were just in the seasonal end cap that had a bunch of different nut and seed mixes. It's also where I found the pretzels that was in the lunch from a couple days ago. Here is what the lunch looks like once it's been assembled. I did cut the sandwich in the shape of a pumpkin. I think that I got this from Michael's a number of years ago, and it makes it like a little Uncrustable. I did the carrots, the olives, the bar, and the cookie. And I don't throw away the crust, so I keep it in a bowl that just stays in my refrigerator. And then when I have enough, I will make croutons out of this. So he ate everything and asked for more carrots and olives. So I gave him a second helping of that, and he ate all of that as well. Today we're going to have 2 of these pumpkin-shaped waffles. I'll show you the waffle iron that we use to make these little pumpkin waffles. This is just a store-bought waffle mix, homemade applesauce, and then a couple of slices of bacon. Here is the waffle iron I was talking about. You can get this off of Amazon. I will link it in my description box down below. It's this tiny little waffle maker. It has the waffle pattern on the top and then the pumpkin shape on the bottom. This was also really inexpensive. I want to say that it was around $10, and it makes the perfect size for the kids. Here is what is left over. He also requested some of these little mini bell peppers. He likes them though when they're sliced into smaller pieces, so I think that that's why he didn't eat all of them. But these are one of his favorite snacks. He will just grab these out of the refrigerator, take the top off, and pull the seeds out and eat these little peppers. That's our video for today. Once again, all of the lunch items that I'm able to find, I will go ahead and link in the description box below if they're items that you're interested in for your children. I hope that you are all staying happy and healthy. Bye!